right, I think we're ready here. Let me just check the sound. Checking the sound. 1, 2, 3. Checking the sound. Let's see how this sounds. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, perfect. It does sound good, actually. No, I figured that I don't really need to have this like very close. 1, 2, 1. There we go. Okay, so that sounds good. I'll keep this open over here so that I could see the chat. What's up, guys? How you doing? I'm just about to record this video on how to start a digital marketing course. I've gotten a lot of inquiries on it. Cav, what's up? Yes, I was thinking about you when I started doing this, and as I'm creating the course for digital marketing, which I'm going to sell, but I'm going to give it for free to obviously some people. The people that have signed up to the newsletter. I put the link to the newsletter in the description here, and obviously you'll be one of them. So that because I'll need reviews and stuff once it's up on the platforms. So I need people to take it and give me a review on it. So I'll be giving it out for free so that people can give their honest feedback and reviews, see what I need to add, what I could take out, etc. So yeah, I'm gonna start selling it at $200, the digital marketing course. But the people on the newsletter will get it for free. So make sure that you sign up on the newsletter, which is in the description. So how's it going today, guys? It's a great day today, and today's Tuesday. I had a lot of stuff to do today, actually, but I did get 100 basketball. I did get 100 shots in today in front of my house. I actually wanted to play, but I couldn't today. I didn't have time, nobody could play with me at 4 o'clock. That's the time that I usually go to the gym or play basketball. Let's see. I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to get started here in a second. I'm just opening up my notes. I do obviously prepare for these. Imagine I'm going to do this every single day for 2 years. So every single day, unless if I'm just playing video games, but that's usually for weekends. But during the week, I actually do create like notes and all of these videos. I'm actually going to have all my notes that give you exactly what I talked about. I'm going to post it on either the Medellin Buzz blog or on a separate blog, but the content and the video will be up somewhere so that you can just look at not only the slide information, but everything I talked about, because it's all, documented, because I make notes about what I'm going to talk about. Hey Jeff, how you doing? Hope you're doing great. Long time no see. We're trying to do a Medellin foodie group soon here. Obviously, I'll let you know what day we're doing that. But it'll come up, and it'll be on the group, on the Facebook group, so that we can all meet up and eat at a new place. Okay, so I think I'm ready to begin. I don't understand why my chat stream doesn't refresh on me. I have to actually look at the live video sometimes to catch the comments. But obviously, when I'm done recording this, I'll answer any questions or comment on any of your observations. But let me start recording here. Welcome to Life Hacks with Andrew. My name is Andrew Messia, and today we're going to be talking about how to start a digital marketing career. As most of you know, I've been doing digital marketing for about 15 years now, and over the last 6 years, it's made me a fortune. So I'll repeat that. I've been doing digital marketing for about 15 years, and only in the past 6 years have I gained enough traction to start making real money enough to buy properties and have passive income through rental income, other investments, start a foundation, a charity here in Colombia, etc. So it's been a long ride. It's been kind of like a roller coaster, going from $2,000 clients 6 years ago to $50,000 per month clients. Today was not easy, and it was a roller coaster ride. But today I'm going to go over how to start your career in digital marketing. And for your information, I have created a digital marketing course that I'm going to be selling for about $200. But if you sign up for the newsletter, or if you're already signed up for the newsletter, in the link in the description, you'll get it for free. So let's get started. How to start a digital marketing career. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to get a website. But what I mean by getting a website is a couple things. So you're going to want to start either a website on your own. Maybe you're a blogger like Kav, or maybe you have a small business already and you have a website. Furthermore, this is how I started. I looked for people in my family, in my social network, right? My friends, family, and acquaintances that already had a website. Maybe they had a small business and they had a website. And I told them, hey, can I take over your website and try to get it ranked for the keywords that you're not ranking for already? Obviously, this is going to require you to understand some things about search engine optimization and digital marketing, or whatever route of digital marketing that you decide to take. But the first thing that you should do is you should have some sort of a website, whether you created your own free website through WordPress.com, which I would recommend if you want to start there, or you went to GoDaddy and you paid I think it's like a total of like maybe $30 for the whole year to set up your website on one of their servers, and you put a WordPress template on there and you start creating content for that WordPress or for that website. Whatever it is, you're going to want to need a website. Before you actually get a client, you're going to have to build your marketing skills. And by managing your own website, or maybe someone else's website, maybe a close relative or a close friend that has a small business that just doesn't have much presence. I think many of us nowadays know someone like that, someone that is just starting a business and they have a brand new website and they're not ranking for anything. They're not getting any leads through it or anything. So you could easily tell them, hey, I'm studying digital marketing. Can I take over your website and test some things out? Obviously, I'll run things by you before I put anything up. And maybe you'll help me as well with some of the content because you are the expert in your field. But I'm learning this digital marketing thing, and I can probably move the needle in just a little time, in just a small amount of time. So the other benefit of having a website, or having maybe control of a website, or having your own website, is that as you get better at digital marketing and you're experimenting with this website, you can use it as a real case or as an example to a potential client or a potential employer for that matter. It's very well, actually, I just noticed I have these headphones on. I don't need them on. I'm going to start over just so that I can have a real good recording without the damn headphones. What an idiot. Okay. Welcome to Life Hacks with Andrew. Oh, shit. I got to go back here. Record again. All right. Sorry, guys. I do record these live. Welcome to Life Hacks with Andrew. I'm Andrew I just fucked up my own name. All right, let's try this one more time. Fourth time's the charm. Welcome to Life Hacks with Andrew. I'm Andrew Messia, and today we're talking about how to start your digital marketing career. As most of you know, I've been doing digital marketing for about 15 years now, and only in the last 6 years have I made enough money to have a very comfortable life and expand on my own business ventures, other business ventures such as owning real estate, investing in other projects like hotels, and starting a nonprofit organization here in Colombia to help those that need that help. Going from $2,000 a month to $50,000 a month clients. I'm talking about single clients. I'm not talking about every client combined $50,000. I'm talking about one client paying $50,000. Going from $2,000 per month clients to $50,000 per month clients has been a roller coaster ride. It hasn't been easy. Like I just said, I've been doing this for over 15 years, but only in the last 6 years have I made this big leap. So today I'm going to be talking about how you can get started in the digital marketing world. For those of you interested, I have created a digital marketing course based on my experiences. And I'm going to be selling that for about $200. But if you're already signed up for the newsletter or you sign up now, I'm going to have a cutoff point eventually. I don't know the date yet. But if you sign up, the link is in the description. You'll get it for free instead of $200. So let's get started. The first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get a website. What this means is that you'll either have to create your own website. For example, go to wordpress.com and create a free one and use a free template and start creating a website about a topic that you want. Or maybe you're a blogger or you already have a website because maybe you have a small business, or maybe you started a small business a while ago. You created a website, but you kind of abandoned that, but that website still exists. You need to have some sort of control over a website. What I did when I first started was I reached out to my social circle, friends, family, and acquaintances. And I asked anybody that I knew had a small business with a website that wasn't performing. And I would tell them, hey, I'm doing this digital marketing thing. Can I help you with your website? Can I start creating content? Can I start creating backlinks? And give them some sort of small plan, obviously, before you take over the website. Even if it's just, hey, can I have access to your Google Analytics so I can learn Google Analytics and maybe learn how to do paid advertisements? Would that be okay? If it's a close family member or close friend, I'm sure they won't have a problem with that, especially if they're not getting any traction thus far on their website. And your idea is to help them get traction while you learn. That's what I did, and that's how I learned. On top of that, I started my own blog more than 6 years ago, which was the Medellin Buzz. And while I was creating content on the Medellin Buzz, I was also applying what I was learning about search engine optimization to that blog. And as many of you know, I ranked for many years for various keywords and I monetized that blog. Today, I don't use that blog anymore just because I kind of got burnt out on it. But that was one of the blogs that I used with clients. Literally, when I would pitch a client, and they would ask, well, what kind of experience you have? I'd say, well, I have my own blog and I've ranked it for these keywords, and I've monetized it. And that gave me kind of that instant credibility and that built that trust. So that gave me that instant credibility and built that trust with that potential client enough for them to say, okay, how much do you charge? Getting your own website not only lets you experiment, it's kind of like a laboratory of sorts for yourself. But on top of that, like I said, it's an example for future clients that you can use. I still to this day use websites that I own for examples to future clients or potential clients. Whenever my current clients don't give me access or give me consent to use their websites as case studies, I use my own websites. And that's usually the easiest thing. And I continue to have my own websites because you never know when you'll need them. You'll never know when you'll need that. freerehabcenter.com. If you have that website and you have it built out, guess what? Eventually you're going to get enough traffic that you're going to catch someone's eye and they'll say, hey, how much do you want for that website? Or how much do you charge for advertising on that website? So I continue to create content and build on my own websites. So number one, you want to get your own website somehow, whether it's building a free site on WordPress. I usually recommend WordPress just because it's so easy to use, and it's easy, and it's very search engine optimization friendly, and it's very Google friendly, I should say. Or just asking a friend, family member to have access to their website that's not performing. So number two, you want to choose one digital marketing channel to focus on. And this is kind of the hardest part for many people because they don't know what they want to do in digital marketing. Digital marketing is pretty vast. I mean, you have search engine marketing, which is where you pay for ads to Google typically, or Bing or Yahoo or any search engine, but those are usually the big three. And I mean, the really big one is Google. So if you're looking to learn how to pay for ads, for clients, manage their paid ad campaigns, that's what it's called. Search engine marketing. You're going to want to study and learn search engine marketing. The next one is website marketing, promoting your own website on the internet. And website marketing doesn't have to be paid ads. That's part of it. You can pay Google to rank on, for multiple keywords, but there are also other type of online ads like banner ads. There are banner ad networks, for example, that will put your ad on many websites that have thousands or maybe millions of visitors within your niche, within the client's niche in this case. For example, if they are a fitness website, there are companies that will charge you for display ads to appear on other fitness network type blogs, right? In that fitness industry or related industries, right? And then when someone clicks on it, you'll get charged, or when someone purchases, you'll get charged, etc. It just depends, but that's called website marketing or display ad marketing. There's email marketing. Some people just focus on email marketing only. They are email marketing experts. They've learned what it takes to create a funnel on websites in order to captivate someone enough for them to give you their information, usually their name and email address, and then they put them into some sort of campaign that either sells them it depends on what type of a sales campaign it is, but you're going to want to learn what email marketing is, what sales funnels are, and some people are very good at it because they're really good at writing sales copy for emails. The next thing is social media marketing. Social media marketing involves purchasing ads from Facebook, or purchasing ad space on Facebook, Instagram, and other social media platforms. Some people are just experts in that. They just focus on social media marketing on that channel, and that's what they sell to their clients or in their consulting agency or whatever it is that they do. They only do social media marketing. There's also video marketing. Some people are just experts in video marketing on YouTube, on Vimeo, and other video platforms. Obviously, YouTube being like the daddy of them all, but there are other video platforms, but they specialize in video marketing, whether it is creating the video, producing the video, and then marketing the video, or just taking what the client has, editing the video enough to be able to market it and bring clients on for their client. And then finally, I'll talk about content marketing. Content marketing, basically using all types of content, whether it's written or video or images or graphic art, to create digital marketing campaigns. Some people just focus on just the content marketing side of digital marketing. As most of you know, I focus on search engine optimization. Particularly, I focus on search engine optimization through the creation of written content, and that's it. I mean, written content and creating backlinks. And obviously I've expanded my knowledge over the last 15 years into sales optimization, landing page optimization, analytics, etc. But my forte has always been backlink building and content generation, meaning content writing. Why? Because I started off as a writer and I figured out how to create backlinks. And anybody can create content, but not anybody can create backlinks. And that was the first thing that I started with, was figuring out what is a backlink and how to attain a backlink, or how backlinks can be created or attained. And then I started to put that on overdrive. I started to hire people to help me do that. I found automated services to do that. I've gone through the gauntlet of software that create backlinks, to outreach software to ask for a backlink, etc. So I've become an expert in that backlink building avenue, and literally just backlink building alone can make you $30,000 a month from one client, in at least in my space, in the drug and alcohol rehab center world. So yeah, you're going to want to define what your focus is. If you're a good writer, you might want to just stick to creating content, but optimized content. You can be a great writer, and I've come across this as a digital marketing agency owner, where I find a person that's a really good writer, but they don't really know search engine optimization. So they write creatively and it reads great for me, but for search engines, it's not optimal. So I pass on them and maybe go to a less talented writer, but that knows search engine optimization for how to optimize on-page optimization for content. And I'll move over to that person because I don't have to teach them anything. I have, though, when I got started, I hired writers that were okay, and they became great because they learned with me, they grew with me. And I still have the same writers for the last 16 years, which is crazy. And I'll give you an example of what one of those writers did to grow her business here once I finish. So you're going to want to choose your focus, whether it's writing, whether you're a graphic artist and you want to choose to pursue digital marketing through graphic art, which is possible. There's a big opportunity, for graphic artists, for YouTube content creators like myself. If someone came up to me and said, "Hey, I saw that you're creating content and I created this thumbnail for you. What do you think?" I'd be blown out of the water. I'd be like, "Okay, show me more, tell me more." Obviously, if it's good. If it's a piece of junk, if someone did it on Paint or something, obviously I'm gonna say thank you, but I don't need this. But if you're a talented artist and you want to branch out and start getting your own clients, that's how I would do it. I would fucking start finding those people that have shitty looking thumbnails, or mediocre even thumbnails, or even good thumbnails. But if you think you're better talented, I would create one as an example and say, "Hey, I made a thumbnail for you. I'm trying to start this business." There's no shame in telling people that you're starting a business. If you have talent and you have heart, that speaks volume, especially to an entrepreneur, because we know what it's like to be just starting. So if someone comes up to me and says, "Hey, I did this for you," whether it's a thumbnail, whether you're a writer and I wrote this thing, or I wrote this intro for you, I did this, I have this idea and I've executed on it. Having the idea is just half the battle. And I usually say, "Oh, that's a great idea," but no, I'm not impressed. But if someone comes up to me and says, "Hey, I have this idea and this is my idea." For example, I have an idea for a blog post about this on your website or on your YouTube channel. And by the way, I've already done it, and this is here, have it. I'm blown away, and I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, this is a kind of person that I want to do business with," because they're already on it. I don't need to motivate them. I don't need to dangle a carrot, which in today's society is money, in order for them to complete a task. They have heart. They're going to do it on their own, and I don't need to be kicking them in the butt for them to give me content, right? So focus on what you want, and obviously pursue it. Pursue it hardcore, 110%. The third thing is that you're going to want to learn more about this channel. So how do you learn more? For example, if you want to be a search, if you want to learn more about search engine optimization, but you don't have $200 to take my course or somebody else's course, there are $1,000 courses. For example, Neil Patel has $5,000 search engine optimization courses. Brian Dean as well has thousands of dollar, courses that will teach you and you will benefit from them. But for example, when I started, I've never even paid for a course and I'm creating courses now. That's how crazy this life is. But if you don't have enough money to buy a course, just go online, Google search engine optimization for beginners. I'm assuming that the Ahrefs video will come up first, and that's a really good start right there. Watching that crash course or that crash video, I think it's like 15 minutes. I've even watched it. I'm not a beginner, but I follow everything that Ahrefs does because it's one of the tools that I use. But so there's no excuse for not getting started. So you want to learn more, and once you start, with the beginner courses, then you take the advanced courses or the intermediate courses, and then move to the advanced courses. But you're going to want to learn more about your channel. Look for guides. One of the things that I search for when I'm learning something new, for example, when I was learning how to stream, because I've never done this in my life other than the Columbia podcast, but we have someone like a videographer and an editor that does that all for us. I didn't know what it entailed. I didn't know that I needed to get a game capture card on my computer to be able to capture my game from the PlayStation and throw it on over to Streamlabs on my laptop that can also disperse it to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. Not Instagram. Instagram's an asshole, so they don't let us. But anyway, I didn't know all this. So the first thing that I looked for was streaming guide, or intro to streaming guide. I always put the word guide, and you'll get like a plethora of guides on what you want to do, especially for digital marketing, because there's so much information out there, and digital marketing is ever evolving. And so there's always new stuff coming out. So you want to learn more about your channel by studying. You're going to have to give up time. You're going to have to give up going out at night. You're going to have to give up watching Netflix when you get home. You're going to have to give up watching the baseball game or the football game or the basketball game while you're studying. You're going to have to give up going out with friends. You're going to have to give up your weekends to study this. That's what I did. Like I said, it's taken me 15 years. And not only until the last 6 years, and technically really the last 5 years, did we make enough traction where our business blew up and now we're set okay. Joel and I are financially okay. If we sold the digital marketing business today, we would be fine. I wouldn't have to worry about anything. But it took a while. So you wanna fast forward that, right? And that means that you have to execute on what you're learning. Not only do you learn, but you apply it. So with these websites that you now have, like step number 1, you have to acquire some sort of website. Remember, that's why that step was so important. It's number 1, is that, you could take all the fucking YouTube free courses that you want. You can go on the internet and read all of the guides, follow Neil Patel, Brian Dean, all these gurus, or whatever gurus there are in the field, within the field of digital marketing that you decide to pursue. But if you're not applying this knowledge, it means nothing. So you want to execute. So I don't know if you've ever read the book Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, but in that book, he says that it takes about 10,000 hours to become an expert. And that's a little over a year if you were to do it 24 hours a day. In his book, he says that for most people, it takes 10 years to become an expert in something. I don't have 10 years to become an expert at streaming. I don't have 10 years to become an expert at motivational speaking. So I've accelerated that. Like I said, I've sacrificed, and I've told everybody, and everybody knows that I will be streaming every single day live for 2 to 6 hours every single day for the next 2 years. That'll get me a little closer to expert level, but I guarantee you, even if I'm not an expert after 2 years, I will be so much ahead of the curve that I'll feel like an expert, or at least I'll start making gains as if I were becoming an expert, right? And gains, by gains, I mean making money off of my channel. So what you want to do is, in your digital marketing career endeavor, you want to start practicing what you learn in all of these guides. If you want to do search engine optimization, you're going to have to practice on your own website or on the website that you asked your best friend who has a small business whose website isn't performing. And you're going to want to apply the things that you learn right away. You do them as you learn. That's the beautiful thing about digital marketing, is that you don't have to learn, take tests, get certifications, and then all this in order to apply it. It's not like you're going to apply for a mechanic's job where you need to be certified, you have to pass tests, or you're applying to be a plumber. No, you don't need a certification. You don't need some sort of experience, and you don't need a certain amount of hours, work hours, or experience hours in order to become this. The day that you start reading about it and learning a couple techniques, you can start applying them right away and honing up on your skills. That's the beauty of digital marketing. That's why for me, it was such an easy avenue to start making money, 15 years ago, when I started, digital marketing for a law firm on only commission. I didn't have to go to university for 4 years in order to be able to get a job, right? I literally was working with people that had been to university for 6 years, some 8 years, to get their law degree. And I was there bringing them clients through digital marketing and some regular marketing too, or traditional marketing. So don't just consume content. All that leads is to analysis paralysis. If you're one of those people, I'm sorry, because I do have friends that do get paralyzed by analysis and they don't execute on what they've learned. I'm the opposite. I execute on shit that I don't even know, because I'm a true entrepreneur at heart. I bite off more than I can chew, and then I figure out how to chew it. And I suggest that you have a little bit of that in your personality, or try to acquire that. Try to brainwash yourself with enough confidence to say, I can do this, and I'm just going to go for it. I don't know how to do social media marketing, but I know how to. I've learned enough from this course right now where I'm going to pitch that pizza shop that I go to every single day that doesn't have a website presence, or doesn't have Facebook presence, or doesn't have Instagram presence, and tell them, hey, I'm starting my digital marketing career and I'm starting to build my portfolio. I'd like to do social media management for you. Of course, they'll ask you how much you charge, and we'll get to that here in a minute. And what I did. Number 5, you want to familiarize yourself with free digital marketing tools. This goes without saying, but there are a ton of digital marketing tools out there, and any of the digital marketing areas that you want to get into. If you want to do funnels, there's a free tool for that. If you want to do search engine optimization, there's a ton of search engine optimization tools that are free and that are good too, not just shit. For example, Google, the father of them all, the one that you want to learn about, all of the tools that Google has are not paid. They're all free. Google Analytics, Google Search Console, etc. All of that is free. On YouTube, all of their tools are free too. You could even use the YouTube editor if you don't know how to edit videos, but you could use the YouTube editor and take a beginner's course on how to use the YouTube editor. I've done it myself, literally in this journey of becoming a streamer and becoming an influencer and becoming a motivational speaker. I've done those courses and I've applied it to my own YouTube videos, and it's a learning curve. But like I said, I'm not one of those people that gets stuck on analysis paralysis. I started without knowing shit. I started recording without knowing how to do anything. But I'm learning in the process. And guess what? In 2 years after doing this every single day from 2 to 4 hours or 2 to 6 hours, I'm going to become very well versed in it. Enough to either make money on my own, or consult people and make money on my own, make courses and make money. The potential is limitless for me. So maybe you should want to try to think that way once you get started. There's a bunch of Tools, my favorite tools for search engine optimization are obviously Google Analytics. That's the first thing I open in the morning at 8 o'clock in the morning when I get started is Google Analytics to see what the fuck Google decided to do today, because they do get bipolar sometimes. And Google Search Console, I use that all the time. Ahrefs, Webmaster Tools, they do have a free version. I use the paid version. Moz.com, I use the paid version. They have a free version. And there's another one, SEO Tools. That's what it's called. Sorry. SEOReviewTools.com. SEOReviewTools.com. They have a bunch of tools on that website, SEOReviewTools.com, that you can use for search engine optimization. For content writing, Google likes to push content that is great content, but it also has to be readable content. And what level of English should someone be able to read, or does Google prefer? A 6th grade to a 5th grade reading level. I use the Hemingway app with my writers. It's called Hemingway, like the writer, Hemingway. Hemingway app. And it's a website where you just literally copy and paste your content, and it'll tell you how easy it is to read or how hard it is to read, and it'll highlight the sentences that are hard to read, and it'll tell you out of a score, 1 to 10 or something like that, and it says, this one's very hard to read. Oh, no, it just says very hard to read. This one's very hard to read, and it's highlighted in red, and then you can literally go in there and type in. It's a word processor, and you change it until it's readable. And sometimes, as a writer myself, I try to be creative in my writing so that people like to read it. But I've always found that when I use a tool like the Hemingway app, I get more people engaged and I get more people reading my stuff all the way through, instead of just writing it the way with my style. It's so weird how that happens. But I like using the Hemingway app for analysis, like on-page analysis. I like to use Hotjar for heat mapping on websites. So you want to see how people interact with your website or with your client's website. You can install an app, especially if it's WordPress. That's why I like using WordPress, because it has a lot of apps you can integrate. Hotjar is free for heat mapping, and you can tell it, hey, heat map this page. Maybe it's the home page that you get most of your visits to, because you want to see where people are clicking, what people are reading on, where they're spending the most time. And obviously, you can optimize your website, or at least your web page, for conversion based on the heat mapping. So familiarize yourself with free digital marketing tools. That's a pretty easy one to come up with for me, because there's so many out there. Number six, invest your time, then ask for money. This is where I was getting at. With your newfound skills, as you're studying, as you're learning, you're going to want to invest your time and then ask for money. This is how I did it. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that create courses that teach people how to do SEO. They may have other ways of getting clients, but this is how I did it and how I continue to do it. I still have clients like this to this day, and I'll show you an example. So there's a book actually that's called that coined a phrase. What was the book? I didn't read the book. While I was researching this, I realized that someone wrote a book and came up with a technique that I've been using for the last 15 years. When I started, this is what I did. And it's called the Briefcase Technique. And it's a book called Basically You. And this Briefcase Technique is for job interviews. So when you're going to go to a job interview, the author, Ramit Sethi, wrote about the Briefcase Technique. And he says that when you go to the job interview, you research the company you're applying for, you find out their biggest digital marketing problems, you create the solutions to fix them, and in the interview you say, oh, I found this, and I found the solution, or this is an example of what I would do to resolve this issue this existing issue on your website or in your marketing campaign, or etc. Let's say you're an email marketing person, and you're learning email marketing because you know how to write, and you're good at writing copy and maybe sales copy. You're taking a couple free courses on how to improve on sales copy, or maybe you went to university for that. I didn't go to university for shit, so I didn't have that advantage. You have an advantage. You research the company that you want to pitch. You sign up for their newsletters. You sign up for their sales funnel, because most big companies or even medium-sized companies and some small companies have sales funnels already, whether it's MailChimp or any of those email marketing services. They'll have some sort of automated response. Even if it's just one email automated response, they have something. So you sign up for it. You see what it is, and you say, "Oh, this guy's have pretty good thing going, so I'm not going to pitch them." But then you find one and you say, "Wow, they don't have a very good email marketing strategy here, so they're losing out." And according to my research using Moz.com's Site Explorer or Domain Explorer, or Ahrefs free Domain Explorer, or SEO Review Tools' free Domain Explorer, I can estimate that they're getting about 10,000 visitors per month. So they're missing out on a big opportunity here because their email marketing sucks. So what I would do if I were you, if I'm trying to get a client as an email marketer, is I would give an example of a sales funnel or an email marketing funnel, or campaign, I should say, an email marketing campaign based on their products and services. Write it out and say, "Here, this is what I do. This is what I have to show. And this is how I can help you." Typically, if you're just starting, you want to do this to someone you already know, whether it's a friend, family member, or an acquaintance, a coworker, former coworker, some sort of association. That way you don't have to build up credibility right away. But you want to reach out to people that you may know. And the beautiful thing about this day and age that I didn't have when I started 15 years ago is Facebook and LinkedIn. You can already get to know someone without ever meeting them. For example, some of the people that watch my stream, I feel like I know them, and we've never even met in person. So your social network should be a lot bigger than my social network was when I was just starting. I had to do this cold. I had to go to knock on doors and say, "Hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to build my portfolio. This is how I can help you." Or, "Hey, Mr. Mark, the attorney, I don't know shit about law or bankruptcy law, but I'm hungry and I'm not leaving until I can bring you clients." And that changed my life forever, actually. So the briefcase technique, use that. A lot of people would say, "So you want me to work for free?" If you want to think of it that way, yes. I think of it as investing your time. Invest your time into creating something for someone that that is going to be impressive enough for them to say yes. Obviously, not everyone's going to say yes. As a matter of fact, probably half won't even say yes. Maybe half won't even reply to your email if you're going to email. But that's why you have to be persistent. That's why you can't take no for an answer, or take no for an answer, but make them say no. Hearing a no is one of the best things that you can hear as a salesperson, because it means you can move on, or you can come back later. You move on, but you come back later. You always come back later. So you want to apply this technique, the briefcase technique, where you have everything in your briefcase ready to resolve a problem that they didn't even know they had or that they could resolve. How do I do this today? I continue to do this. For example, I have a friend who started a real estate investment company out in Oregon, and he basically goes after houses that are distressed, whether they are rental properties that someone owns, or let's say a house that someone owns that they've fallen behind on the mortgage because of COVID. Obviously, no one's working, so their tenants aren't working. So he goes up to them and says, "Hey, I'll buy your house for cash." He had a website that he had just built with templated content that the company that he bought the website from, or the company that's the website creator. It's a very famous one. You'll find it if you just type in real estate investor website creator. You'll find it. There's a couple, but you'll find them. And he had this website that wasn't performing, obviously, because he didn't know anything about digital marketing. He didn't know anything about social media marketing, search engine optimization, or anything. So I talked to him. He's a very close friend of mine and said, hey, wait a minute. You have a website. You're not getting any leads to it at all? Are you running any ads with the phone number to the website or the URL? And he said, no, we do traditional. What I learned because he took a course on how to do wholesaling, fixing and flipping. It's a big business in the United States. Fixing and flipping, creative financing, etc. How to acquire other people's houses, maybe not using his own money, but other investors' money, tying up the property and then reselling it or wholesaling it. And in his case, also fixing and flipping with investors. And I said, wait, you said you're just doing mailers to people that you've found that are maybe behind on their mortgage payments, etc. And he said, yeah. And I said, okay, well, what if I take over your website and for every lead that comes to the website, I get a percentage? And he said, that's fine with me. So we drew up a little contract. We've been doing it for the last year, and last year we got 6 deals and made over about $20,000 last year but that took investment on my part. I have someone basically writing content almost on a daily basis for that website. Search engine optimization, I do it. And my brother is now working on that website as well because we've seen a huge potential. So because of that, and because he's gotten leads now, the person that taught him, his mentor, reached out to me and said, hey, can you do the same thing you're doing for Scott on my website and I'll give you the same deal? I was like blown away. I was like, absolutely. You're actually his mentor. So you get more deals already, but your website sucks. And he's in 2 territories in 2 states. So these are the opportunities that are out there when you just literally tell people that you will work for free or invest your time. For me, it was amazing. I highly recommend that people take that route because you learn as you work. In some cases, when I was getting started, I didn't even know what I was going to charge because I didn't have the confidence in myself. I didn't know that it was going to work. Obviously, I'm telling you that it will work. If you work, it will work. But you have to work. It may take a year for the website to get leads. It may take a year for your digital marketing skills to get enough or good enough where your uncle's friend's nephew's website that you've now working on for a year started to get traction. Yeah, that's digital marketing. Sometimes it just takes time. And there's a learning curve. Obviously, if you're just learning, that takes time for you to know what you're doing. Second, it's going to take time for search engines to recognize your website, for you to know how to build good backlinks so that you can rank certain keywords. You may get lucky right away. There's so many factors. Finally, number 7, further your career. How do you further your career in digital marketing? Well, number 1, you could get a job. There's nothing wrong with getting a job. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a self-made entrepreneur. But there's nothing wrong with getting a job. And I have had regular jobs. I've just never had a salaried job. I have had jobs where I was either paid per hour or paid per commission, but I was working for someone else while I was learning. So there's nothing wrong with getting a job, even a salaried job, because there are very good jobs where you can save enough money to make your own investments. I have a friend who's a programmer, and he knows so much in his field that he makes $500,000 a year, plus he has 6 real estate properties here that he has all on Airbnb, plus other investments, and he still has that 9 to 5 where he makes $500,000 a year. He showed me the pay stub. That's very respectable and honorable, and that route is actually the most common route. Most people study digital marketing and then get a regular job and use it as a stepping stone for something bigger, or they grow within that company. If I were starting and I got so good, for example, if let's say 5 years ago, Ahrefs or Moz.com or SEMrush.com or Neil Patel or Brian Dean saw what I was doing and said, hey, we've got an open position and we'll pay you $5,000 a month, I would have taken that in a heartbeat. Easily. I would have taken it for $3,000 a month, to be honest, 5 years ago. Because like I said, we didn't round that corner until just about 6 to 5 years ago. So we were still kind of struggling 5 or 6 years ago until we started to round that corner. So there's nothing wrong with finding a job or working for someone else in the attempt to further your career. You could also try freelancing. That's the route that I took. I started to get clients on Upwork.com. I started with Odesk when it was what Upwork was called before they were bought out by Upwork. Freelancer.com, Guru.com, even Fiverr.com. You can find great clients to do there. There's so many ways to freelance, and not only on online platforms, but literally just knocking or cold calling people, or cold calling your friends, family, and acquaintances. That's where I would start with my freelance career. You could start your own agency. Once you get enough knowledge and you start acquiring a small team, you start teaching people what you're doing, or hiring people that know what you're doing already, and they're teaching you, because I've had that case as well. Especially with programming, because I don't know anything about programming. My programmers teach me about programming. You could start your own agency. And the beautiful thing about an agency is that you can have multiple clients. I've decided to, or Joel and I have decided to keep our agency a boutique agency, because we'd rather give major results to a small amount of clients that pay us a lot of money, as opposed to getting mediocre results for clients that will turn over in 3 months, because that's the average in a digital marketing agency, where they have maybe 100 clients, but the turnover is constant, so they have to constantly be doing marketing. We don't have to constantly be doing marketing because our clients are very organic, and like I've said, I have some clients that have been with us for 6 years. You can start a consulting company. If you want to just work on your own and maybe have a couple of hired employees or outsourced employees that help you managing your consulting company, you can start consulting on digital marketing. Let's say you're a video editor, but you didn't know anything about YouTube marketing, you learn YouTube marketing enough and you start practicing with your own videos, etc., that you can go to another company and say, hey, I do consulting for YouTube videos, and I saw that you have these videos, and I suggest that you make these changes. Try it out and see what happens to that video. They can hire you just as a consultant, because most medium-sized companies will have, and some small companies will have, a person on staff that handles their digital marketing already. So you just have to consult with them, and they'll pay you, a monthly fee or a retainer. And finally, you can build more websites. What a lot of digital marketing professionals do is that they take the affiliate marketing route, where they find products and services from other people. They create websites around those keywords, around that business or that industry, and they sell those affiliate services and products. A lot of people make millions of dollars doing this. I don't do affiliate marketing. I'm not opposed to it. I just never got into it. I know I have many friends that do affiliate marketing and do very well. Like I said, some that are millionaires because of it. And it's a great route. Amazon has their own affiliate marketing. There are a ton of affiliate marketing websites out there. If you just type in affiliate marketing, what is affiliate marketing, how to get into affiliate marketing, there's so much information on the internet that there's no excuse for not learning a little bit about it and deciding that that's the route you're going to take, or that's how I'm going to further my digital marketing career. So that was how to start a digital marketing career, kind of in a nutshell. I have created a digital marketing course that I'm going to be selling for $200. For those of you that sign up for the newsletter, which is in the description, that's going to be free. I'm going to give it out for free for the next few months until I get enough traction and enough people taking the course and giving me feedback that I have a great product to be able to sell for $200, maybe even more, $200 to $500, because that's what they're going for right now, especially with someone that has my knowledge and my expertise. And I hate that word expertise, but my experience, and also my own case studies. I have real case studies that I show people on the course of websites that I'm working on right now, and actionable tasks that you can do to go get money right now, to make money right now, and find your own clients. So thank you guys for joining. My name is Andrew. This was Life Hacks with Andrew. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so I stopped recording there. I'm going to continue streaming here. Obviously, I will start a new stream because I'm going to start playing playing Fortnite. Probably I can play Fortnite today till about 11 or 12. I really, really need to get good at that game. It's just, I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with the stream, with the course that I'm creating, which is kind of a spoiler because I haven't told anybody that I was working on it. I have been working on it, but it's basically built. I just need to put it on the platform. So that's the thing. I don't know if I'm going to put it on a Coursera type platform right now or Skillshare right now, or put it on my own platform. I think that's the route that I'm going to take, is that my programmer, he's already putting it on our own platform and then have people review on there. But it's obviously way better if you put it on Skillshare. The sooner the better to put it on Skillshare or Coursera. It's just like anything on the internet. The sooner you put it up, the faster it gains traction. So that's what I'm kind of in that phase right now. Hello, Jose. I'm going to play Fortnite. Yeah, so for me, starting the digital marketing company, I didn't even know that I wanted a digital marketing agency. Like I said, I just needed to fucking pay bills, and I needed clients to pay me on a monthly basis. That's how I started. Obviously, this grew to a point where we needed to get our own office, etc. Yeah, so it's something that I'm doing that just kind of grew on its own. Obviously, from persistence and work ethic. That's one thing that sets me apart from most people, is my work ethic. And I think you probably get a good glimpse of my work ethic just by seeing these live streams about, seeing how committed and dedicated I am. And my word is my bond. If I tell somebody that I'm going to do something, come hell or high water, I'm doing it. And maybe that's the American in me, even though I was born in Colombia, but I was raised in the United States, and in the U.S. it's kind of like that. But not everybody is like that. It does set me apart. And obviously not everybody can run a digital marketing agency, or not everybody wants to do it. But for me, it's something that came about. Jose, I do these talks every now and then. Every day I do a different talk. So I'm trying to do one for digital marketing, every 10 days or so. So like every 2 weeks, I do a digital marketing talk. I did create a course, so make sure to sign up for the newsletter, which is in the description. And I'll send you the course for free. Yeah, it's in the description. So yeah, it's good. It's obviously, like anything, the course will evolve. It's going to be an evergreen course. So I know that once you pay for a course on Skillshare, I think when things update on the course, you have priority. On top of that, when you sign up for the newsletter, obviously you get all the updates already for free anyway. So you don't have to log into Skillshare or anything like that. But that's the idea, guys, is creating multiple streams of income. On average, a millionaire has 5 streams of income. That's the average. Right now, I have 3. So I need 2 more. Which is this channel and now the courses. So that's my next 2. It's just a matter of time. Oh, so it'll be 6 with the real estate company that we've started here as well. But I need to automate it. I don't want to have businesses where I have to be there all the time, except for this. I like being here. This is a passion and I love doing this. So I have no problem creating the content and being the face of Life Hacks with Andrew, because it's what I like to do. But like I said, I don't know where this will evolve. Maybe in 2 years, I'll be so good at this that I could start making courses on how to create your own courses, or start making courses on how to become an influencer, or how to better your channel, etc. Because I'm implementing everything that I know about digital marketing to my channel. So it's almost like my own experience or experiment, right? It's just a matter of time. Okay, guys, so I'm going to get off here, and then I'm going to get back on and start playing Fortnite because it is time. I'm actually going to order food. Actually, I'll do that right now because yesterday I ordered way too late, and I don't eat after 10 just because I fast until 12 the next day, and that's my routine. That's my thing. That's how I don't feel tired. It's one of the reasons why I don't feel tired and I have energy is because, and I don't gain weight even though I only go to the gym 1 hour a day. And sometimes I skip a day as well, just based on how busy I am. But fasting, obviously veganism, eating healthy. It's not even veganism. It's just my lifestyle. My lifestyle of eating healthy and my lifestyle of doing some exercise every day or every other day and fasting is what keeps me in shape. And not only am I not sad when I look in the mirror, but at the same time, I also have energy all day. I can work all day, do this stream, play. For example, today I played basketball for an hour, do this stream, and play video games for another 4 hours and not be tired. And I do owe it a lot to my diet, my lifestyle. I don't drink during the week. It's very rare if I do drink during the week. And on the weekends, I only drink once, either Friday or a Saturday. When we do our podcasts, it's on Friday. When we don't do our podcasts, I usually don't go out or anything, and I'll drink on Saturday. Obviously, for the next 2 years, I won't be going out very much because I'm doing this stream. So I'll probably have my glass of whiskey or vodka soda or a beer while I do a stream on a Saturday. Why not? I did that last Saturday, actually. Okay, so what am I going to order for food right now? I know what I'm going to order. Oh, no. I ordered that yesterday. I should vary. So yeah, if you guys are interested in this topic in digital marketing or anything that has to do with Life Hacks with Andrew, make sure to sign up for the newsletter where I give you, on the newsletter, I give you this presentation that I just gave. On top of that, the video, and on top of that, all of my notes that came along with it, with all of the websites and stuff that I mentioned. That way, if you didn't take notes or you don't want to take notes, you can basically just sign up for the newsletter and you'll get that for free. Now I see that a few people already signed up. That's awesome. And again, this newsletter was the old Medellin Buzz newsletter that I had, but all those people have stayed on for Life Hacks with Andrew, which is awesome because I do still talk about Medellin, but it's not my primary topic with Life Hacks. The good thing about digital marketing is that you could do it anywhere. It's great. You can work for U.S. clients in the U.K., clients anywhere in the world while you're living somewhere else. As long as you have a great work ethic and you know how to manage your schedules depending on time zones, you could do it anywhere. I have friends that work for digital marketing companies and they are employees, but they live here. Okay, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining Life Hacks with Andrew. I'm going to sign off from here and I'm going to start streaming with video game gameplay of Fortnite. I'm getting better. I feel it. I know it. I'm getting better. It's just it's the muscle memory, man. The muscle memory and the mechanics that fucking kill me sometimes, especially when I'm under pressure, but I'm obsessed, man. I love it. I'm gonna become great at it. In 2 years, I'm gonna be a force to be reckoned with on that game. Trust me. All right, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you guys want to stay on, I'm gonna start another stream where I'm gonna be